Have you ever walked away from a conversation with a woman and thought, wait, was she into me? You replay her smile, the way she looked at you, that subtle touch on your arm, but then doubt creeps in. Was it real, or was he just imagining it? Here's what no one tells you: attraction isn't always loud. It's not flashing lights and obvious flirtation of the time. It's in the quiet gestures, the fleeting eye contact, and the half smile she gives you when chef thinks you're not paying attention. Butons, you learn how to decode this as signals. It's like unlocking a superpower. Never question again whether Cha sees you as just a friend or something more. Welcome to Dark Psychology, your go-to channel for real relatable advision navigating the complexities of love-and relationships. And today, we're diving up into the 8 clear signs a woman thinks you're attractive, with a bonus sign at the end most men completely overlook. Let's jump right into scene number 1. She smirks or gives playful half smiles. Every woman is going to flash a big obvious grin when she finds you attractive. In fact, the more she's into you, the more likely it is she hold back a little instead. She gives you a smirk, a teasing half smile, the kind that makes you wonder what's going on behind that look, and that's the point the subtle gesture creates. Mystery. It's not just friendliness, it's a signal she's pulling you in, making you curious, and giving you just enough to keep you thinking about her. Let's say you crack a joke. Instead of bursting out laughing, she gives you that slow side glance and smirk. That's not indifference, it's strategic flirtation. A study published in the Journal of Nonverbal Behavior confirms that smirks and subtle smiles increase attraction. Why? Because they spark curiosity, and curiosity is one of the first flames of desire. If she smiles softly but leaves you guessing, and she's trying to see if you will notice and respond. So pay attention. That side grin. It might be her quiet way of saying, yes, I noticed you, I'm waiting to see if we'll make a move. Sign number 2. She holds her gaze. Slightly longer eye contact is powerful, and when a woman is attracted to you, she feels it in her guts. Even if she doesn't say a word. We're not talking about intense style staring contests, no. It's much more subtle. It's the way her eyes linger for just a second too long, a gaze that dips into silence and makes you feel like there's something unspoken hanging in the air. Studies from Journal of Research and Personality that mutual eye contact lasting more than 3 seconds triggers the release of oxytocin, the bonding hormone. This hormone is responsible for feelings of closeness and emotional connection. In other words, her extended glance might be literally bonding with you before a single word is exchanged. And here's Decky, watch how she breaks eye contact. If she quickly looks away and pretends it didn't happen, she might be shy, but if she looks away and then back at you, or if she smiles slightly when your eyes meet, that's a green light. It's her way of saying, I see you, and I don't mind that you're seeing me. To sign number 3. Her voice softens or changes around. You hear something. Most men miss attraction isn't just about what she says, it's about how she says it. A woman who finds you attractive mitten change her voice around you. Her tone becomes warmer, smoother, semites lower, and more sultry or slightly higher and playful depending on the energy between you two, and it's not something she plans. It's automatic. A study published in the Journal of Nonverbal Behavior found that women instinctively alter their vocal pitch when speaking to someone. They're drawn to lower tones can suggest intimacy and confidence, while higher tones often come out when she's feeling playful or excited. Here's how you notice it. She could be talking to a friend in a neutral, casual tone, but when she turns to you, her words stretch out, she pauses more, she lingers in the rhythm of your conversation. Her laughter softens, her pace slows. It's as if the conversation has a soundtrack, and if she starts laughing more easily even at your simplest jokes, it's not just that you're hilarious, it's that you make her feel uncomfortable, even a little flustered. Thought subtle change in her voice is her way of leaning in emotionally, testing the waters of intimacy without saying it out loud. Sign number 4 talks about your physical features indirectly. Women rarely come right out and say, you're hot. It's too direct or vulnerable. Instead, they find clever little ways to let you know they're noticing you. She might say, that shirt really suits you, or you have really kind eyes, or I've never seen anyone pull off that haircut. These aren't just throwaway compliments, they're carefully chosen observations that allow her to express interest while still keeping a little emotional cover. Why? Because direct compliments are a risk. They can expose her feelings too early, so instead, she focuses on details, the things she finds attractive about you while disguising them as casual remarks. Another form, statistics comparisons. You remind me of that guy from that movie, what's his name, yet handsome one, or you kind of have a that rugged vibe like an old school gentleman. These are not random statements, they're coded message, swapped in curiosity. Also, notice how specific she gets. If you smell really nice, or you always seem so calm. It's kind of magnetic. She's not just being polite, she's tuning into your presence, and that means you're already on her radar in every real way. Before we move on, if you've been nodding your head or thinking, wow, I've seen these signs before, take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Not only does it support our growth, it lets us know that we're reaching men like Uman who want to connect with women in meaningful, confident ways. We appreciate you more than you know. Now, let's keep going. Sign number 5 finds excuses. Touch you lightly. Physical touch is enough, the clearest yet most misunderstood signals of attraction. And here's the truth: if a woman doesn't want to touch you, shouldn't, but if she does, even the smell carries weight. It's the quick tap on your shoulder when she's laughing, the brush of her fingers when you hand her something, the playful nudge when you tease her. These little touches are not accidental. They are micro-investmential cues meant to test your comfort level and signal that she's open to being close to you. Picture this: you're both sitting side by side. She adjusts your collar or dusts something off your jacket. She didn't have to do that. Botch wanted a reason, even a small one, to break the touch barrier. Psychological. This affiliative touch, it's not about dominance or seduction, it's about connection, and when it's done naturally and without hesitation, it means she feels safe, and more importantly, she's drawn to you. Pro tip: if she initiates physical touch once, and you respond warmly, watch how often she does it again. Thought pattern reveals comfort, trust, and quiet desire. Sign 36. She adjusts her body language around you. A woman's body often speaks louder than her words, and when she's around someone she finds attractive, her posture, gestures, and even the way she carries herself shift. These shifts are instinctive, not rehearsed, and they almost always reveal more than she realizes. For starters, proximity. If she's in when talking to you, even in a noisy room, that's not just about hearing beater, it's about connection. Leaning in signals trust, comfort, and desire for closeness. There's the head tilt, a seemingly innocent move that psychologists recognize as one of the most universal nonverbal signs of interest. When a woman tilts her head while listening to you, it's not just curiosity, it's her way of saying, I'm really tuned into you, not just what you're saying but who you are. And of course we can't ignore the classic hair play, whether she's twirling a strand around her finger, running her hands through her hair, or even adjusting her ponytail. It's often a subconscious display of femininity, self-awareness, and is attraction. But here's something men most never notice: if she adjusts her outfit, straightens her back, or checks your reflection in a nearby mirror after you walk in, she's not doing it for every own, and she's doing it for you. Body language expert Joe Navarro, a former specialist, explains that these micro-adjustments are deeply ingrained human behaviors. When we're around someone we're attracted to, we optimize our appearance even if we don't realize it's so. The next time a woman subtly mirrors your movements, leans in when you speak, or lights up the moment you enter a room, then ignore it. She's not just saying this, she's showing you in the language of the body that you matter. Sign 7G becomes more playful around. Your playfulness is magnetic, it builds connection, and more importantly, it's a test. When a woman finds you attractive, she won't just smile politely or nod along. She'll engage, she tease, she challenge you just a little to see how you respond. She might say something like, oh, you think you're charming, huh? With that smirk we talked about earlier, or she gives you a nickname that's just a little cheeky but filled with affection. This isn't childish behavior, it's actually one of the most ancient bonding tactics humans use. Even animals play fight when forming bonds. If she's mocking you, gently questioning you with a playful smirk, or pretending to disagree, just to keep the conversation spicy, she's investing in emotional energy. She's testing not just your wits but your confidence and compatibility. And here's the giveaway: if she laughs at things that aren't even that funny, not the kind of laugh you'd give a coworker, but a warm, soft laugh that feels intimate, you're not just entertaining her, you're emotionally stirring her letting her guard down, that playfulness. It's her way of saying let's create a little world of our own, just you and me. Sign number 8, she compliments you sincerely and specifically. Here's what separates an ordinary compliment from one that screams attraction: intentionality. If she says nice shirt, that's generic. But if she says that deep blue really brings out your eyes, or there's something about the way you took that's really calming, that's personal, that's observant, that's intentional. Women are often more emotionally nuanced than men when expressing attraction, so instead of saying, I think you're hot, which can feel too forward, they highlight the details that draw them in. She might notice the way your voice sounds when you speak slowly, how confidently you carry yourself in a room, how your lingers after you leave. These aren't compliments handed out freely, there and through presence, your posture, Rhea, energy, your vibe. Here's the truth: a woman won't waste her words unless she feels something. So if she tells you something personal about yourself, even your closest friends don't mention telling you, I see you and what I see. I like. Bonus sign: she mirrors your actions without realizing it. You've made it this far, and now here's the sign that most men never notice but women do all the time when they're drawn to some enamoring. It's not flashy, it's not obvious, but psychologically, it's one of the strongest indicators of attraction. Mirroring happens when a woman subconsciously copies your body language, a tone of voice or gestures, and she's not doing it on purpose. In fact, she probably doesn't even know it's happening, but her brain does. Here's what it might look like: you take a sip of your drink, moments later, she does the same. You cross your arms or lean in, she mirrors the movement. Soon after, you scratch your chin, and seconds later she's touching her face too. It's like a subtle dance, sexual bodies unconsciously syncing, and it's not coincidence. Research published in Psychology Today explains that mirroring is a primal bonding behavior. It's your brain's way of creating trust and connection with someone it wants to get close to. You, when someone mirrors you, they're essentially saying, I feel safe with you, I feel aligned with you. You want to be connected to you, and the best part, it's completely unconscious, which makes it incredibly honest. This is why mirroring is so powerful. You can't fake it, you can't force it. It only happens when there's real emotional resonance happening underneath the surface. Here's a quick test: next time you're talking to a woman you suspect might be interested, change your posture, cross your leg, lean slightly to one side, touch your chin, then wait. If she mirrors you even subtly, she's not just into the conversation, she's into you. Let's recap the 8 clear sins plus E1 bonus. If you've been paying attention, you now have a toolkit. Mossman go their entire lives without the ability to recognize when a woman is genuinely attracted to you without her ever saying a word. Let's quickly review on. She smirks or gives playful half smiles, mystery wrapped in curiosity. Jur holds her gaze just a second longer. Signals of connection. 3. Her voice softens or changes around you, subconscious intimacy in tone. For she comments on your physical features indirectly. Careful compliments to protect vulnerability. 5. She finds excuses to touch you, emotional energy through physical contact. 6. Her body language adjusts and opens. Comfort, attraction, and attention. 7. She becomes more playful, teasing, and fun, emotional testing and bonding. She compliments you sincerely and specifically. Intentional observations that reveal emotional investment. Bonushi mirrors your movements and mannerisms, a psychological echo of attractional. Here's the truth, brother: if you've ever felt invisible, if you've ever wondered whether you were the kind of men women even noticed, if you've walked away from conversations thinking maybe she was just being nice, you're not alone. But maybe, just maybe, she wasn't just being polite. Maybe you've been missing signals all along, because attraction isn't about looks or flashy pickup lines. It's about presence, awareness, confidence, and your energy. And when you start noticing these signs, when you start seeing how women show interest in their own quiet, graceful way, that's when you step into a different kind of power. Acom power, a knowing power, the kind that isn't chase, it notices, it attracts, it responds. Oh, the next time you're with her, and she smells a little differently, twirls her hair just a bit too much, touches your arm, when she laughs, you'll know. Now over to you. If this video helped you see things more clearly, we'd love to know you're a part of the real ones. Drop a hair emoji in the comments to let us know you watched till the end. It tells us you're paying attention, and it keeps this community strong. And hey, if you enjoyed, hit that like button. It's free, and it means the world to us. Subscribe for more daily psychology-backed insights on love, attraction, and the mind of women. And Before you go, we handpicked the perfect next video for you. It's showing UPP on your screen, right? Now go ahead, click it. You're not done growing yet. We'll see you there.